Okay, so this is episode 4 of Hecticfighting. Mind focus. I just stumbled upon, I don't know whether or not this is true, but fucking some UFC jewelry. I didn't plan on talking about this, but this is fucking ridiculous. I don't know whether or not this is a joke. UFC jewelry just hit the market with a modern and masculine edge. I don't know if this is a joke or what. I also found a UFC hot dog brander. I don't, for $11.99 you can save $3. Fucking an UFC sterling silver logo necklace with green stone. UFC sterling silver octagon championship bracelet. This is this has got to be the worst merchandise I've ever seen. It's probably not like official UFC apparel. I hope it's not official UFC apparel. My blood in, blood out picture, I gotta get that. I gotta get it fixed so it doesn't fall over all the time, but yeah, I guess we need a clip of the week or the month of the year. I know I'm not producing enough videos as it is. Hang on.
De puto chicano, U-turn, homie. Puro ricochet. Fucking holder in this town. Second to Chicano, U-turn. De veras. Right on, carnal.
Okay, so Mads Burnell was cut from the UFC after 3 fights out of 4 on his contract. That has got to be some. I mean, the UFC sometimes makes stupid decisions and maybe cuts undeserving people, and maybe they're a little fast to pull the trigger sometimes on people. For example, the whole Yair Rodriguez thing. I know Mass is not on the same fame level as Yair Rodriguez, and Yair was a bigger name, but cutting Mads Burnell, it's so surprising to me. I mean, the guy, first of all, he's young, he's an amazing talent, and he could definitely be a top prospect in my opinion. Of course there's stuff he needs to work on, and of course I'm fucking biased as shit, being as Mass is my friend, so yeah, maybe don't listen to me. But his first fight was on short notice. He went up a weight class and he fought a guy who should probably be at welterweight. So Mads went from featherweight to fighting a welterweight on short notice. He lost the fight, but I mean, you don't say no when UFC calls. Of course he accepted the fight. So his next fight, Mike Santiago, Mads unfortunately misses weight. This was also a short notice fight, by the way. Unfortunately, Mads misses weight but still wins the contest. So his fight against Arnold Allen, his first actual fight that was supposed to be his fight, with a full camp, and like he gets a chance to do everything the right way. He gets caught by a front choke, like a fucking out of the blue front choke, in the end of the fight, after completely dominating and outclassing and schooling Arnold Allen. I think that fight alone warrants a second chance. At least let him fight out his contract. This is so confusing to me. I honestly don't understand how anyone could argue that Mass should be cut. On the, like, it's the opposite. I mean, Mass should be fucking built up, and of course he got signed with Cage Warriors immediately. Cage Warriors as well, they didn't get it. They're really surprised about the UFC cutting Mass, though they're happy about having him because he's an interesting fighter. My prediction is that Mass is gonna run through the Cage Warriors featherweight division. Cage Warriors has a 4-man featherweight championship tournament going on right now. This tournament has to be done for a featherweight champion to emerge, and I would guess that Mass is gonna hopefully be the first one to face the new featherweight champion. Mass looked amazing against Arnold Allen. All over the board, as far as I can see, people are disappointed that Mass was cut and not really understanding why he was cut. He'll get his chance again. It's the UFC that fucked up. Mass is still definitely one to watch. Yeah, so apparently Cage Warriors is coming back to Denmark. It's the 9th of March 2019, and I think that makes it 5 years since Cage Warriors had their last event in Denmark, which was the event where Nicolas Dalby became the welterweight champion, the Cage Warriors welterweight champion. I should talk about Søren Bag's last fight as well. Søren Bag defeated Paddy Pimblett by unanimous decision or split decision. I'm never gonna get better at preparing. This is the story of my life. So Søren Bag won a unanimous decision victory over Paddy Pimblett in Liverpool, in the Echo Arena in Liverpool. So Søren Bag beat Paddy Pimblett on his home soil. I don't know if you've seen the fight, but Søren Bag pulled off probably the craziest rear naked choke escape I have ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen anything like it. He was Paddy Pimblett had a body triangle and the rear naked choke completely locked in under the chin, everything, which is one of his specialties. He's a submission guy, and Søren Bag, don't ask me how he got out of it. I've never seen anything like it. And he came back, and Søren puts the pressure on people, and in my opinion, one of Søren's best assets is his cardio. That guy, he doesn't tire, he doesn't give up. It's just his pressure and his cardio is amazing. He had a really great performance, and I'm really becoming a Søren Bag fan. That's it's great to see. He's now the Cage Warriors lightweight champion, and I don't know whether or not there's a title defense on the horizon, but I could definitely see Søren Bag being the next Dane in the UFC. He probably should be the next Dane in the UFC. So having Søren fight probably as the main event, March 9th, Cage Warriors in Denmark would be amazing. Maybe that could be his last fight before leaving for the UFC. That would probably be a really cool experience as well for Søren. To have his first title defense in his home country. Yeah, I don't know enough about the featherweight division to know who Mass could or should face. I don't know whether or not the featherweight championship tournament is going to be done by March, or if the upcoming new Cage Warriors featherweight champ will be ready to face Mass in March. It might be a little too soon, but I don't know. Could happen, I guess. Another fighter that 100% helped sell tickets is Marco Madsen, who just had his Cage Warriors debut. I think it counts as a Cage Warriors debut. It was Cage Warriors Academy, which I'm not quite sure what is, but I believe that he's now on the Cage Warriors roster. Mark won his fight against the French national judo champion. His first fight like went the distance. Him being in Cage Warriors is probably a really good chance for him to get the step up in competition that he needs though. I'm sure there are Cage Warriors welterweights that want to take that scalp, you know. I think that Mark should fight Louis Glisman. That would be, it's a Dane versus a Dane. You could put it on the March 9th card in Denmark. So you would have Søren Bak defending his title for the first time in Denmark. You would have Nicolas Dalby fighting, Mads Burnell fighting, and Marco Madsen versus Louis Glisman, all on the same card in a Cage Warriors card in Denmark. That would be fucking insane. That would be the best Danish MMA card ever. So get on it, Cage Warriors. That's what we want. So Nate Diaz is fighting Dustin Poirier. Well, I think they're fighting. Nate tweeted right after the last press conference that he wasn't fighting, but he might just have been pissed off that they announced the Conor Khabib fight right after him accepting the Poirier fight. So now he's gone out and started tweeting that his fight against Poirier is gonna be for the inaugural 165-pound belt. And of course Dustin is down for that, so he jumped on it, tweeting his own 165-pound belt tweet thing. It's probably not gonna happen. They're probably just trolling Dana. Even though a 165-pound division would probably be a really good idea. But I'm guessing that the UFC wants to present it as their own idea and not be forced into it by fighters. So, but I actually really like that fight, Nate Diaz versus Dustin Poirier. I think this is an amazing comeback fight for Nate. I think this is actually Nate's fight to win because even though he's been out for a long time and Dustin's been looking really, really good, Dustin is definitely improving and stepping his game up, and he's looked really good as of late. I just think that this is a really, really good matchup for Nate because Nate doesn't get knocked out, he doesn't get submitted, and he has really good boxing. I would say he has the boxing and the reach advantage. So for me, my money's on Nate. This is a really good fight for Nate, and this is a really good fight for him to come back on. Yeah, so John Jones' suspension is up. It got cut short, like retroactive suspension, so he already sort of did his time. And he's already out, like, talking trash to Daniel Cormier, like, fucking with him. So I'm guessing that John, if they fight again, he's probably gonna beat DC again. I think he probably just has his number, but I'm definitely rooting for DC in the next one, if there is a next one. John would probably, it would do him good to get his ass kicked, just once. Of course, the whole Conor Khabib thing. I am so hyped for this fight. I have no idea who's gonna win this. I mean, whenever you doubt Conor, he goes out and just blasts someone. But then you start believing that he's gonna do it, and he doesn't do it. But as Conor said it himself, to beat him, you need attributes. And I think that Khabib has those attributes. I mean, people are saying that Michael Johnson rocked him, and it's true that he got caught clean by Michael Johnson, but go back and watch that. I wouldn't count that as being rocked. And the way he shut down Edson Barboza, even though Edson's striking is so much better than Khabib's, that was just really, really impressive. So yeah, I don't know what to expect to be honest, I don't even think I'm rooting for anyone anymore. I'm just really, really looking forward to this. And of course to seeing what the aftermath will be. Because I still really want to see Khabib versus Tony Ferguson. That would be a great fight as well. So yeah, if you like the video, please like and subscribe and share and everything. So until next time, thank you for watching and take care.